Well, it's another misty day out here. Very November feeling weather. Got the Pivot Shuttle AM again today. Only difference is I swapped out that front DHF with a Schwalbe Albert radial tire. So that'll be cool. Feeling good that I got the thicker casing right now with the e-bike. Hopefully it'll, oh yeah. You're just like slamming into things at speed that you're not used to with an e-bike. Pretty funny. Wow, it is cold out. I am tearing up. Gosh, yeah, this bike's feeling pretty natural right now. Classic day. Like, scrambled out the door and apparently didn't grab the SD card for the GoPro. But thankfully, I had a extra audio SD card. We're riding Cougar Ridge today. Yeah, so definitely loving this Bosch motor a lot. It's a very interesting, I still haven't played around with the power settings. Gosh, this trail is super overgrown. But yeah, this Bosch CX motor, this version of the Shuttle AM didn't come with the race version. So the green setting, at least stock configured, seems super powerful. And then on the Bosch, and then it seems like you step up to a different power mode and it's not like slam you across the face powerful difference from mode to mode, but it's just like feels relatively subtle, but it is like giving you more of like a duty cycle, more overall power. It just comes on very interesting and I like it. One thing I think I'm noticing with this motor, with my limited experience of Specialized and Shimano, is this motor feels torquier to me. Like it feels like other motor systems are always wanting me to adjust my cadence to control power, where this motor seems more like torque sensitive. Could be wrong. That's just my initial assessment. And I honestly haven't done too much research on it, but it does feel phenomenal, feels refined. It's like kind of near, you know, like it gets louder the heavier power mode you go up, but not that much, which is also interesting. It's got this like electrical torquey sound, which is not like that distracting or loud, but definitely apparent. Man, I really do like going up kind of tough, steep single track climbs with e-bikes. It is just super fun. It's like you're kind of mixing the moto dirt bike experience with the mountain bike experience. As far as the bike geometry, I've been really liking it so far. It feels like with the kind of power from the e-bike and whatever, like the seat angle feels very appropriate to me. And the bike does not feel twitchy. I am in the low setting of the bike. Yeah, it feels very like moderate to relaxed, kind of like the Firebird and the Switchblade. Yeah, it's kind of like the way this bike kind of rides as far as I'm concerned, other than adding whatever 15 plus pounds, yeah, is kind of a feeling between the Switchblade and the Firebird. That like suspension, that rear suspension feels super nice, just like ultra buttery off the top, and then kind of seems to slowly build. And I am like, surprisingly for how supple it is off the top, like not bottoming very frequently, judging by the O-ring on the rear shock. Most bikes these days, they've kind of solved the clang issue, so I'm rarely feeling like a hard bottom out without some sort of rubber bumper or something fixing it. But it does seem, based on like the drop, cranks rollback test, which is sometimes how I see like how much anti-squat does this bike have right off the top of the stroke. But I think they opted to keep this bike super active because probably the torque of anti-squat, if it wasn't toned back, would just like lock out the rear shock. Probably a delicate balance on the e-bikes because it's going to change per mode how much torque you're putting through, how much anti-squat you're going to feel. But it seems like they set this thing up to track. Got to the top of the road here. Misty day. Yeah, it's noon right now. I was like, oh, I should have enough light for the GoPro sensor. I don't know. We will see. It's looking kind of dark. One thing I have really been enjoying about the e-bike is the lack of like crazy sweat out. Since I'm a heavier guy, if I were to pedal up that, I would just be like drenched in sweat right now. And with the e-bike, I can leave my jacket on. Kind of taking it easy through here today. Oh, dang it, I missed some jumps. Huge puddle back there, needs some draining. Yeah, misty, beautiful day out here. Glad we got out. Woo! No landing off that jump. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I feel like I'm still getting kind of acquainted with this bike right now. I gotta take it a little easy right now. Not feeling like full charge. Bike feels super responsive. I don't know, it's just kind of greasy out. I feel like I should have an element of caution. Maybe it's because I didn't sleep last night, because our 5-week-old child is going through a developmental leap. Feeling surprisingly good considering that. Okay, we got some slippery rock here. How does this bike feel on that? Ooh, good. We got the Albert on the front now, hooking up in the cold November temps. Yeah, easy to lock up that rear. Seems brighter over here. Yeah, so pivots just have like that amazing rear leverage curve, just super refined, nice shock stroke leverage ramp up. And this new Fox suspension feels way more free-flowing than the last generation. Super impressed. And then with that extra weight from the e-bike, even more so, just like easy to push into the circuits. There's always like a weird route behind that. And I'm always like, okay, which way do I go this time? And I always just end up right on top of it. But it goes. Fun corners through here. Yeah, I do feel like I really like the way that this bike pitches over into a corner. Definitely by far the best feeling e-bike I've been on for that feeling. Yeah, coming into that corner, you gotta get kind of hard on the brakes, and could definitely feel like, oh, I'm on a massive object. This is not maybe gonna slow down quite as easy as the lightweight carbon non-e-bike. Looks like we got tons of blowdown up here. Beautiful defined ridge though up here, huh? Such a pretty trail. Yeah, definitely feeling like more weight to yank around, because like this is a super bumpy, doubly trail that I am having to maneuver the bike to like avoid slapping into stuff. And I can tell it's more work. This little alternate line needs a brush. A lot more apprehensive at this point to trust like traversing over 45-degree super wet routes right now. And I just get the sense like this big bike is gonna be harder to save if things go wrong than what I'm used to. with lighter weight bikes. And I'm guessing that's something I just need more time and experience on the e-bike to get used to. I know what that would feel like on my dirt bike, which is massive, but those tires are also like way more aired down in the Northwest. So we'll ease into it. Keep it upright. Keep the rubber side down. Yeah, do you guys feel like the e-bikers amongst us, do you guys feel like you have to kind of ride different? Do you feel like it's the exact same thing once you get used to it? I feel like I've developed a riding style where I pick the wheels up over almost every route and compression that I have time for. Pretty fun to just be able to stand up, pedal and talk up these climbs. Would not be possible without the motor. Yeah, I feel like this trail is testing my skills with this bike a little bit more because I just have a little bit less time to set up for stuff. And I feel like with the e-bike, you kind of need more time to be able to like prepare to yank. Just a little bit more weight. All right, we're taking the adventurous sideline. Get steep through some of this stuff. Yeah, this is real steep right here. Feels great. Man, the woods are so messy. It's like all these trails that aren't super ridden, you cannot see what's going on under the leaves, which is freaky. But so far, I got a much steeper section coming up, but so far I do feel quite in control with the Shimano brake power. Wow, yeah, feeling good. So far, so good. Wow. Yeah, sick. I mean, this is like a pretty tough little move, and okay, I got a nice drop here now. Maybe that got easier, but felt very comfortable tackling that on this bike. That is a really good sign. It's a really good sign because I feel like one of the things I want to do most when I've got the time is to just like get deep into the mountains with this thing and ride the trails that usually take 3 hours plus of ride time and be able to throw that in, you know, on a different day. A lot of those trails are steep, just kind of fun skidders. Yeah, I'm excited to get this bike on like a properly steep trail. Really excited. A lot of the zones are getting logged right now, but that's where we're at. Just kind of a compromised month right now in general. And it's good timing because my sleep is also quite compromised by my beautiful little boy. All right, back on a nice buff trail. Yeah, these are some good, like tougher corners. Woo, dude, this bike is fantastic. So fun. I just love, I think one of the things that I really desire in a bike is that ability to like scoot your rear wheel around when you're kind of coming up understeer and you just need to like snap the bike around. I just feel like with the right balance of geometry, that's so much easier.